Good evening on day 76. I am back on the PCT. I came off the Mammoth Pass trail not too long ago, and that's about a 3.5 or 4 mile trail that leads to Horseshoe Lake, where you can actually catch a free trolley into Mammoth. So that's pretty sweet, and that's the way we came into town, and that's also the way we came back out of town today. Quick side note about that side trail. On going into town, so coming off the PCT, on Gut Hook, there are 2 paths you can take. Like, the trail splits right and left, and then will eventually join itself back together and go to the same place, but you can kind of choose whether you're going right or left. I'm going to recommend not taking the left trail because it is not maintained, which any reasonable person could probably see when they get to that junction, because seriously, unless you are looking for that left trail, you're not even going to realize you're at a junction. But me being the path less traveled type of person that I am, and having for some reason already decided in my head I was going to go left, I looked at that trail and thought, yeah, okay. And let me finish this story in a second. I have to cross this little stream. Okay, so where were we? Path less traveled, I believe. In that poem, the whole two paths diverged in a yellow wood, I took the one less traveled, blah blah blah. The last line, all he really says is that, and that has made all the difference. He doesn't say what the difference is. He just said it made a difference. And we don't know if the difference was that he spent the next hour bushwhacking and scrambling and climbing over a graveyard of fallen trees, following not really a trail, more just following a phone GPS. Doubt he had one of those, but basically just making your own trail and hoping you end up in the right place. Could have been the difference. Difference could have also included oh man, sorry with these streams. You can't even tell a story in these woods. Well, kind of lost my momentum there. But the other difference that could have happened in this poem scenario is that maybe you nearly missed the trolley and you only make it because the nice trolley lady does another loop around the parking lot to pick you up as you run down the mountain while all the smart hikers on the trolley watch. Just saying, those things could have been the difference. That's all. So anyway, I'm excited to be back on trail. It always, for me, feels good to be back in the woods. I will say that I had this interesting sensation. I'm crawling over a log right now because, like I said, this is life on the PCT. There we go. Oh, excellent. Should I give up? Should I just give up on this? All right, so I'm okay. No real harm done. Just maybe a few bruises to my ego. But I have had a good laugh at myself. Hopefully you have as well. But I think I'm going to save any further commentary this evening for a less mobile moment.
All right, so I'm all set up for the night and safely hidden away in my tent from all manner of trippy things like logs and sticks and rocks, and so I think one of the, there's actually been very few falls on trail. Like in the 900 plus miles, that was maybe the 3rd time that has happened. So how lucky you were there to witness it. Anyway, I think one of the only other things I had wanted to share before I was interrupted by my own clumsiness was that so on the trolley coming back to up to the trailhead, I had this sort of mixture of feelings. One of them was the general calm and happiness that I feel to be around mountains and lakes and forests, and that was there, but there was also this anxiety that I had not typically felt, and I think that very much had to do with just how difficult the last section was. And so as we're going up the mountain and I'm looking at these snowy peaks, there's part of me that is ooh, oh, I'm going back out there, it was really tough last time. And so it was interesting to have that sort of duality of feelings, to feel both calm and anxious at the same time. I will say that since I've been walking though, again, that it feels like home. It really does. And the trail today was pretty easy, despite certain obstacles. But yeah, so only did about 4 PCT miles today. That made for 7 or 8 total with the side trail. Looking at doing a pretty full day tomorrow. But haven't really actually planned the whole day yet. So yeah, just looking forward to a good night's sleep and a good day tomorrow.
Good morning on day 77. I'm in the Devil's Postpile National Monument right now, and it's kind of hard to see from across the way, but and obviously the sun's creating glare as well, unfortunately. But these there we go. These interesting rock structures, I think, are part of the Devil's Postpile thing. And if you look down a little bit, you can honestly see a pile of just these like long pile like pieces of rock. But I think they're like in long, like they're kind of in sheets, like that rock there, like not like long, like cylinders. That is the word I'm looking for. Anyway, just an interesting tidbit about the walk today. So the Sierras can be tough, but usually you will be rewarded with really stunning views. All right, good morning on day 78. I'm at the top of Donahue Pass. That's the direction I came. It's sort of kind of an east-west facing pass. Not as snowy or dramatic as some of the other ones I've done. Actually walked on very little snow this morning. I was able to kind of rock hop the snowy patches. This is the way down, somewhere that way, I think. I can actually see the trail over there. So hopefully it'll also be a fairly simple descent as well. There we go. It's on the way down from Donahue. So these deer are having a little mid-morning snack and they're thoroughly nonplussed by our presence.
So, see what happens when you get a little bit closer.
Yeah. Woo! Hey, yeah, you are pretty. Look at your babies, huh? You don't think we'll eat them? Well, you're right, we're not going to eat them.
I don't want to eat them, I'll eat them.
Okay.
I will eat your babies.
And the baby. Hey, baby!
Not scared of humans.
Cool.
Should be.
We've been following this river for a lot of the day today. It's the Lyle River, I believe. And it looks so nice. It kind of makes me want to go for a swim. Don't believe I will. But I'm a little tempted. Hey, so I'm probably a couple miles out from Tuolumne Meadows. I'm guessing that I've actually crossed the border into Yosemite National Park, or I'm not sure. Just it's Yosemite. I'm in Yosemite, I think. But actually, hold on a second. It's just letting some southbounders by. Lots of southbounders today. I think JMT season is picking up a little bit. Anyway, I was just gonna say that I just got checked by a ranger for my permit and bear can, both of which I had, so it was really no big deal. Just, you know, here, let me see it, and then move on. But I have heard that they're stricter once you get into this area, and just saying that I think I've barely entered the park and I've already been checked. I'm weirded out by the number of day hikers. I feel like half a mile ago I was in the wilderness with just all the PCTers and JMTers, and there's not even that many of us comparatively. And now there's like people napping and picnicking and strolling all over the place with their teeny tiny packs, and for some reason that's pretty weird for me.